Everyone, welcome to Lauren's Scrap Lot. My name is Lauren Urbonis, and this is my Show Me How It's Done series. Now I know it's not even the end of October, it's not even Halloween yet, but you'll have to forgive me. I am so excited about Christmas, and I have started crafting and creating like crazy because I have my all-day retreat coming up this weekend, and I'm starting my Christmas classes in full swing for November and December. So you'll have to bear with me. We're jumping right in, and we're going to do a fractured card front for our project today using the Modern Christmas suite. Now, if you don't have this suite, of course you can grab anything else in your collection. The main things that you'll need are some sort of focal designer series paper. So this is the Modern Christmas designer series paper. A cardstock of your choice that kind of complements it, and then some sort of focal image. So the images that I'm using are from Ornamental Christmas. There is a gorgeous star die there that I've cut 2 of them out of my gold foils with, and that's what I'm going to create with. However, you can use anything in your stash, or if you're in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. My website is at the bottom of the page, and you can shop with me anytime. Orders over $40 do get a little thank you set of 3 cards for my monthly card kit, and you get a video very similar to this one where you get to craft along with me and create those. And just so you guys know, Stampin' Up is offering free shipping on orders over $100 or more from October 22nd to 24th, so you can take advantage of that if you're interested and save yourself some money. All right, let's get crafting. This is actually a very simple card to do, and I'd love to show you how easy it is to add this kind of focus to your cards. So the thing that you'll need to start your card is a card base. I've chose basic black for mine, and I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4 by 11, and I've got a score mark here at 5 1/2. When we fold that card in half, we're actually making a card that opens upwards from the bottom, different sort of fold today. And then on the inside, we always like to have something to write on. So I'm just using a piece of basic white. That is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. If you'd like to stamp something on the inside, you certainly may. If you don't know who this is for yet, you might want to wait and just see how much room you have left after you've written your message. But I'm just going to grab my Memento Black Ink and that gorgeous pine tree from the Ornamental bundle, and we'll just add that to the very bottom right corner. Completely optional step. You can add or disregard that if you'd like. Now, for the front of the card, we need to work on this panel a little bit separately from the base. So we're going to push the base to the outside of our workspace for a second, and we're going to grab a focal piece of designer series paper that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then you also need to cut yourself from black or opposing colors. It's up to you. I did all black because I thought it was a nice background. 1 2 by 2 square, and then you need 2 strips that are 1/4 inch, and these just happen to be 11 inches long because I'm going to use them to decorate around my square. So if you don't have 11-inch long pieces, but you have maybe 4 or 5-inch pieces, then you'll just need to use 3 or 4 of those for the same idea. The first thing that we're going to do is attach our square to the center of our project, as centered as you can get it. But of course, this is a very forgiving project in the fact that if it's not perfectly squared off, we're working around it, so our card will still work. Okay. This does go on with a flat adhesive to get the best benefit of the design. So in the middle as much as possible. I'm not going to press that down till I'm a little bit more sure. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, then we're going to come here. I have put some 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape on the back of my 2 strips, and we're going to start working. So I'm only going to peel back about half of it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be coming off the edge of the page all the way around here, so I don't necessarily need the whole piece ready to go yet. I'm going to line up the very top of my square with the edge of this first piece, and they're going right beside each other. This is why if you do want two opposing patterns, they would stand out and kind of complement each other quite nicely, but I really just wanted a black feature on this because it's a very black and white card. But do you see how it's coming off the edge here? We're going to turn this over and just quickly snip that off. That's one piece all done. Then we need another straight edge. So I'm just going to snip that across, make it straight again. And we're going to line up now this tip with the next corner. Okay, so we've done one line. Now we're coming to the next corner. Tuck that in as tightly as you can. Bring it down diagonally to the edge of the card. And once again, turn over and snip off. So we've done two so far. Hold on, where did we start? There's the top. There's the right-hand side. Now we're coming to this bottom point, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to line up the edge of our flat piece to this next corner. You're basically moving clockwise around your square, surrounding it with these strips, and that's going to make it look like it's got these branches in place. I need to snip this piece off. I knew the 11 wasn't going to be quite enough, so I have this one last strip all ready to go. There we go. And it's going to go on our left hand point, tucked in the corner, and diagonal off the card. If you're doing multiples of these, then just save this strip and you can keep going, making another card with what's left of that piece, but I'll just put the adhesive back on and save it. Okay, so here we go. We have a great little piece to work with. I'm going to put the side that didn't quite touch the square towards the bottom because it'll get kind of covered with the star and nobody's going to notice it. Now you can put this onto our card. I did pop it up on dimensionals. I thought it would give a nice little lift if you had dimensionals on the back there. And you do want this one quite sturdy because it's got so much pattern to it. You don't want, you know, a weird attachment of your adhesives to affect how people view it. There we go. Okay, this should be as centered as possible on your black. So if you've got a nice border around the edge, that would be perfect. There you go. All right, next step is to decorate. So I mentioned earlier, I cut out two of these gorgeous little stars. So I'm going to start by just putting them together, which is easily done. One large dimensional just right in the center. So when you're looking at these stars, you'll notice there are 2 points that are longer than the other two. So find that, and then find the opposing long points that's on here on this one, and put them opposite to one another. So one will go up and down, one will go side to side, just so that the star doesn't play tricks on your eyes. So there's the star so far. We're going to turn it over and start attaching more adhesives now to put it onto the card. So I find one large dimensional, and then I just really want this to be a wow card, so I want it nice and sturdy. I'm going to put mini dimensionals on each of the points. You could also skip a point and do 3 points instead of all of them. Oops, just on the ones on the bottom layer. Don't put any on the one that we've plunked on top. Oh, perfect. perfect. Now, it's up to you whether you want to have the two tall points pointing up and down or whether you wanted those pointing side to side. I like them pointing up and down. And basically this star should fit perfectly in kind of your makeshift square, not the 2x2. It'll kind of extend outward, but it should fit almost perfectly inside that space. Sorry, I'm doing this in front of me, so a little trickier, but I think I'm quite happy with that. There we go. The last thing to do is to add a sentiment. So this set does have some gorgeous sentiments. It's got a really large Merry Christmas, 'Tis the Season, or even the adorable little Be Jolly. You could stamp these onto white paper with black ink and fussy cut around them if you wish, but I'm gonna cheat and make my life even easier. I have been playing with the Greetings for You ephemera packages lately, and there are so many sentiments hidden in those packages. The set I want to say is about, I think it's $11.75 in Canada, and you get a ton of embellishments from one package. This has been used and used. You get about 6 of every sentiment in there. So I chose for this one here, Season's Greetings. Thought that was fun. And then this one I'm going to try the little demure Merry Christmas. These are stickers, so if you wish, you can just take the backing off and stick it straight on, but I kind of prefer a little dimension. So I'm going to take a set of dimensionals and put them on the back of my sentiment. And I'm going to put that down in the bottom right-hand corner here. There we go. Merry Christmas for one, Season's Greetings for the other. Let me know in the comments which sentiment you prefer. And there you go, a very quick and easy card that adds a little bit of breakup to a textured background, but still gives you a focal piece right in the center there. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I hope that you hit that like button and subscribe, because I always post new videos on Tuesday evenings and then also Thursdays with the Great North American Stamping Show. I'll see you guys later. Happy stamping!